we're putting together what we've learned about writing an equation of tangent lines and our derivatives of our trig functions. So example 1. Write the equation of the tangent and normal line to the curve y equals cotangent of x minus 2 cosecant of x at the point where x equals pi over 3. Alright, so we're writing the equation of the tangent and the normal line. So let's go ahead and write the equation of our tangent line. We know it's y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So what do I need?
Point and slope.
My point and my slope. My point is going to have what x value?
Pi over 3.
Pi over 3. And so now I need to find my y value. What is f of pi over 3? And then I know my slope, I have to find what?
The derivative of pi over 3.
The derivative f prime at pi over 3. So f prime of pi over 3. Okay, so let's start with f of pi over 3. So what is, plugging it into my x's, cotangent of pi over 3 minus 2 times cosecant of pi over 3. So if I'm thinking about my special angle chart, these are reciprocals. So remember, I consider the reciprocals and just flip the fraction. So tangent of pi over 3 is what? Square root of 3. So I know cotangent of pi over 3 is 1 over the square root of 3. Minus 2 times, okay, so cosecant, the reciprocal of it is sine. What is sine of pi over 3?
It's a square root of 3 over 3.
Square root of 3 over 2. So cosecant of pi over 3 is 2 over the square root of 3. So, and if it helps, do a quick chart out to the sine. Sine, cosine, tangent. Pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3. Sine is square root of 3 over 2. Cosine's 1/2. And tangent is the square root of 3. And then I know I just got to take those reciprocals. Okay, so now if we simplify, we have 1 over the square root of 3. Negative 2 times 2 makes this a minus 4 over the square root of 3. 1 minus 4 gives us
Negative 3 over square root of 3.
negative 3 over the square root of 3. Which if I multiply that by the radical, we get negative 3 square root of 3 over 3, which simplifies just to negative square root of 3. So that's the y value in my point. So I can go up here and write my point as pi over 3 comma negative square root of 3. Alright, now my slope. I need to find my derivative. So let's look up our equation for our function, and I can just take the derivative of each term. So f prime of x, the derivative of cotangent of x,
Negative cosecant squared.
good, negative cosecant squared of x. And then now minus 2 cosecant of x, so the derivative of that, I can keep the coefficient of 2, and what's the derivative of cosecant of x?
Negative
Cosecant of x, cotangent of x.
Right, so since it's negative, a negative and a negative make this positive, and I write it as cosecant of x, cotangent of x. So negative cosecant squared of x plus 2 times cosecant of x times cotangent of x. Because that negative and that negative made a positive. And now we can plug in pi over 3. And we've already found what these values are. So cosecant of pi over 3, up here, or over here we said was 2 over the square root of 3. So right here I'm going to plug it in, it's negative, and I square it, since this function is squared. And then plus 2 times cosecant of pi over 3 again, so 2 over the square root of 3, and then cotangent of pi over 3 was 1 over the square root of 3. So now we can simplify. 2 over the square root of 3 squared, and we still have this negative out front, becomes 4 over 3. And then over here we have 2 times 2 times 1 on top, so plus 4 over the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. And negative 4 over 3 plus 4 over 3 is 0, so that is my slope. So now putting it all together, my tangent line, we have y minus, what was our y value? If I go back and look, it was negative square root of 3, so it's actually going to be wrote as plus the square root of 3 equals 0 times x minus pi over 3. Or we could just write that as what?
Y equals negative square root.
Yeah, y, we could get y plus square root of 3 equals 0, and then if I solve for y, y equals negative square root of 3. And it's important to see that because I have to write the equation of the normal line. And remember, in normal lines, it's the exact same thing, except it has opposite reciprocal slope. But since this is a slope of 0, I know it's a horizontal line. So my normal line is going to be a vertical line, and its equation is going to be the x value, because that's where the normal line would be. So my normal line, so when you have this case where you have a horizontal tangent line, your normal line is just the equation of that x value. So x equals pi over 3. Because if you think about it graphically, that horizontal line is at x equals pi over 3. And so that would be that vertical line going through that point. Okay, so do the same thing for example 3. So y'all try this one. Example 2. This will be the last example today in our notes. So write the equation of the tangent and normal line for, I'm going to get a piece of paper without all the dots on it. For f of x equals sine of x times sine of x plus cosine of x. And it's at the point pi over 4, 1. So just to help you get started, the derivative, you'll be using the product rule to write it.
Do we write both the tangent and normal?
derivative of the second.
Oh my gosh, wait, never mind, I didn't do it right.
So you have, is this f of x? And then where's your derivative? Right here. So f prime of x, make sure you notate it. And then first times derivative of the second plus second times derivative of the first. And then you distribute it to simplify. And then now, plug in 5/4.
So to get to the normal line, you do what?
Opposite reciprocal slope. Okay, so right here, this would be a negative 2 over 4 plus a 2 over 4 cancels out. And then right here, this would be square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. And then 2 times 2 is 4. And then, so 2 times 2 over 4 would be 4 over 4.
So that's one. So then,
Yes.
would the normal line slope just be negative
Uh-huh.
1?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Good. Okay, so good, we got We found the derivative using the product rule. So first times derivative of the second plus second times derivative of the first. You can simplify that if you want to. So you have 2 sine of x cosine of x minus sine squared of x plus cos squared of x. Plugging in the pi over 4s. Right here, a negative and a positive cancel out. And so you have 2 times 2 over 4, which is 1. So there's your equation of your tangent line. It has a slope of 1, which would be the fraction 1 over 1. So opposite reciprocal would be negative 1 for the normal line. Good job. Okay, so you have your review. And so we will start working on the review in class tomorrow. And then also you have your homework that we will take questions over and grade in class on Thursday. And then test on Friday. And you get to use a calculator, so use the calculator on the review.